Welcome to the Sock Puppet Tribunal, the only show on the internet hosted by me where I make my friends argue for my and your entertainment. Just a quick reminder before we get started that the views and opinions expressed in this video are for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken seriously. Remember, folks, we're just here to have a good time. Tonight, joining us on the tribunal, coming in for the first time, we have Aaron. Aaron, how are we doing tonight?
We're doing good, doing good.
Good deal, good deal. And returning with us, we have our cooking library glass wearing fact checker, Tiffany. Tiffany, what's on the menu? What are you doing? What are you cooking?
I'm doing a Korean tonight. I've got Publix has a gochujang flavored chicken. I wanted to try it.
Fair, you'll have to give me a review.
Some vegetables. I've got some daikon pickling.
Okay. Got grandma in the background. That's cool.
Yeah, did you find it? No, it's fine, Grandma. I don't have to know where it is. I will buy more.
All right. And last but not least, we have Hot Rod himself. He's just a dad. How are we doing tonight, Hot Rod?
I am doing well, and I just want to say I'm always serious. Everything that I say is always the 100% truth and the expressed opinions of Sock Puppet Tribunal.
That's not true at all. That's not.
It's all true, guys. It's all true. Right. I speak for.
So tonight we're going to go ahead. Tonight, the real stars of our show, the contestants, coming in, hailing from Florida. He is the runner-up on season 14 of The Bachelor, award-winning photographer and podcaster. Deadpool Speaks. How we doing today, Deadpool?
Hey, we're doing good. Out here enjoying the Florida breeze. It's only 91% humidity with small chances of iguanas. So doing good.
Small chances of iguanas. I like it. And his opponent, self-proclaimed journeyman professional of dried meats and internet memes, internet personality Dick Dastardly. Yay! All right. So how the game is played, our contestants here are going to be given a prompt here in just a moment. That prompt is based off of a news article I found pretty entertaining throughout the week. I'm going to have one of them argue a pro and one of them argue a con about the article. And then when everything is said and done, we're going to be judged by our tribunal. And one will be declared a winner. One will not be declared anything because they will be the loser. Makes sense to me, right? All right. So before we get started, we're going to go ahead and talk about our prompts. Gentlemen, are you ready for the prompts? All right. So this is a prompt based off of a news article coming out of Germany. Calls for a price cap on the soaring kebab cost in Germany. The price of Doner Kebabs in Germany has more than doubled in what is being called Donerflation. And we have a German politician that is calling for a price cap on the Doner Kebab. Originally, you can get it for about $4.90. I think $4 just 2 years ago. Now it's inflated all the way up to $10 for a kebab. So I am fascinated that German politics is like this because it just wouldn't fly over here. But I'm into it. Let's go. So we're gonna have Dick Dastardly go ahead and make an argument why the political party should run with the Donerflation and go ahead and try to subsidize the cost of those kebabs for people living in the Germany area. And then Deadpool Speaks, I'm going to give you the slightly harder task of telling us why they shouldn't lower the cost of kebabs. That seems like I'd vote for that. I don't even like kebabs, but I'd vote for that because cheap kebabs is cheap kebabs. You know what I mean?
It is.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to firstly get started with Dick Dastardly. Dick, we're going to go ahead and have you go ahead and start your argument. I'm just going to go ahead and put a 1 minute timer up for you. Let's go ahead and get that started and timer. There we go.
We have technical difficulties.
No technical difficulties. No technical difficulties. All right.
Okay, we've got our tribunal running.
So we're going to go ahead and get start with the timer here. Let me just make sure we put the timer back on the screen somewhere. There we go. Maybe start. No, where's your timer? I don't know where your timer went. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use a timer on my phone for now. My apologies. We're running kind of a show, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and put 1 minute on the clock. Are you ready to make your argument, sir?
I'm ready.
All right. So your time starts now.
So the important thing about Doner Kebabs is that it's a regional staple. It's something that's comfort food for a lot of people on the rich spectrum, but as well as on the poor spectrum. And by leveling the playing field of the cost of a kebab, you ensure that each and every citizen has the ability to reach out and take hold of that kebab for themselves and know something and have something that they love and hold and cherish very much. It's like a warm home cooked meal, right? And all of that being said, the important thing here is also tourism because nobody wants to come to your city, province, town, country and pay $12 for a kebab if I can just buy chicken tenders and fries.
Your time is up, sir. All right. So when I guess the big takeaway, you're going with a tourism route, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't know about touring Germany. I imagine that they're probably doing a lot better since other things that have happened in Germany's past and nobody talks about. I'm sure it's a very delightful place now. I would be interested to jump on the Autobahn and maybe get a subsidized kebab. So yeah, that's a fair argument. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to Deadpool Speaks. And unfortunately, you were given the more difficult part of arguing why they should not subsidize the cost of kebabs. But the good news is I believe in you, sir. I believe in you. And if you could do this in the Florida weather with, ducks and iguanas flying behind you, then I think you can do anything. So are you ready, sir? All right. So we're going to go ahead and put 1 minute on your clock, and your time starts now.
All right. So we all care about kebabs, obviously. We're both meat eaters. That's great. But here's the problem. When you subsidize anything, you're taking away the richness of it. And I understand we're doing it for the tourists. I mean, Germany needs its Lederhosen. It needs its Oktoberfest. But how do we fund these things? Through the kebab. The kebab market is a very rich market. There's a lot of people that like their good quality kebab. The moment you start subsidizing, you start bringing in like cat kebabs, dog kebabs, who knows what they're made of. And then you're questioning, what am I eating today? Right? You can't walk away with that. That wouldn't happen in our America, and it shouldn't happen in their America either. Because Germany's just an extension of us as long as we let them go ahead and be that way. But we firmly believe that we need to go ahead and keep those prices up to keep the quality up. Because the moment you take it away, you're taking it away for everybody. Then everyone has the runs. It's awful. We've seen it happen. It happened to Poland, and it happened to certain parts of Russia. We can't let that happen in Germany.
Time, sir. Your time is up. Your time is up. All right. So just to kind of recap here, to make sure we're all on the same page. I like the way this argument is going. This makes a lot of sense. On one side, we have the tourism. We want to encourage the tourism. We want to encourage the people of Germany to be happy and healthy and not be angry and do things that Germans are known for doing. I mean, they could be hot-headed sometimes. So you lower those costs of the kebabs. On the other hand, I don't want a cat kebab. I mean, some people might want a cat kebab. I don't want a cat kebab. So I feel that too. Very valid points all around, gentlemen. So just a question, Deadpool, you mentioned the Poland incident. I'm going to need you to give me a little bit more information there. Which Poland incident are you referring to? Because
the Great Poland Run of '98. Basically, it was they had to go ahead and subsidize, their version of the kebab, and it was part of the sausage, and it was awful. I mean, basically the only thing that happened was that meteor strike, right?
Yeah,
that was their way of cleansing. I'm aware. The government covered it up.
All right, that's fair. So Dick, as far as the tourism aspect, are you concerned about the kinds of tourism that'll bring in? We don't know if we want to spread the kebab well throughout Eastern Europe.
Listen, the issue is that the kebab is traditionally a street food, right? It's supposed to be accessible. The accessibility of is what's so appealing about the kebab. And it's a gateway. It's a gateway to the greater cuisine that is Germany. The Wiener Schnitzel, your
The Wiener
pretzels.
Schnitzel.
You get farther and deeper into the cuisine once you
That's
get
fair.
hooked on the kebab.
I'm a big fan of the Wiener Schnitzel. The Wiener
Yes.
Schnitzel.
The Wiener Schnitzel.
The Wiener Schnitzel. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump back over to Dick Dastardly for his rebuttal. Second round is all about the rebuttal. What we'd like you to do is take this opportunity to not only emphasize your point, but maybe personally attack his point. You know, at the end of the day, this is only fun when my friends want to kill each other and I'm smiling in the middle. So that's really your goal here. We've gone ahead and we put another 1 minute on the clock for you. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
All right. So we've got your 1 minute ready and your time starts now.
So I'm really glad that my opponent brought up, history with Poland and their issues along with their hot dogs or whatever they have. That being said, I want to take you back early in American history. And you'd wonder why, but we're going back to the Donner Party. There was a little issue, and all of these people ended up disappearing and dying. And you're wondering, well, why? What happened? Well, actually, on the way, they slowly started to run out of that one finite, valuable resource that they had that they carried with them across America.
Was it
And that
kebab?
was their kebab, their Doner kebab. Okay, we're connecting the dots here. So you have the Doner kebab, and the price of the kebab got so high that the other people in the caravans, they just couldn't take it. There was nothing for them to have because they couldn't buy it. And then what happened? They ate each other. So this being a lesson in history.
I apologize. We're going to go ahead and cut you off there. All right. That was definitely a rebuttal here. I dig where you're going because I do need to know, and this is something that we're going to bring up with Tiffany because she is our fact checker. I don't know when the Doner kebab, when the kebab became popular and when the Doner party ate each other. So we're going to have to do a little bit of research. And I'll tell you this much. If they're within reasonable time frames, I would say, bonus points. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and switch over to Deadpool Speaks for his rebuttal. So again, this is round 2. It's all about the rebuttal. We're going to go ahead and have you, secure your platform, but also maybe take a jab or two at your competitor because it's fun to watch him squirm. So we've gone ahead and we've put another 1 minute on the clock for you. It is ready to go when you are ready to go. So you say the word, sir.
Let's go.
All right. So your time starts now.
All right. So he brought up the Donner Party, which is a valid, reason to say, okay, this is why we're going to keep it small. But it's not. Think about it, right? They had to go ahead and eat each other, right? Why? Because they were poor, right? Because it was poor quality meats. All right. They wouldn't have ate each other if the quality meat was great, right? But they didn't have it. It was another resource. They have the resources. They want to keep the meats looking good. So what do they need to do? Keep the prices up. Because I don't know if you've ever had like a sad piece of cow. It is very sad, right? You eat it, it melts in your mouth, and then you don't know what happened to it. And then people look at you and like, where'd the meat go? Where'd the beef lady, right? Remember her? Since we're talking about the past, all this rolls back to that kebab issue. All right, we need to go ahead and make sure that we do not subsidize. We need to make sure with great quality all the time. American way, German way.
All right. So you had a little bit of time, but it sounds like you're done. So we'll go ahead and stop the clock right there. I appreciate the argument here. I do. At the end of the day, it's coming down to quality versus availability. And while it's a little ridiculous that we're talking about the Donner Party, I think that it's again, I dig where you're going with this. So just to clarify, because I still want to circle back to what was something that was brought up in the first round there. Deadpool Speaks. Did you mentioned and you mentioned it in that one as well, poor quality meats and a sad cow. When's the last time you had a sad cow?
It was about 3-4 days ago when I went to McDonald's.
That's where you're going to find a sad cow. That's fair.
Don't let that happen in Germany.
Dick Dastardly, when's the last time you had a sad cow?
That is a fantastic question.
That's why I asked it.
Most cows that I eat are probably not too happy about the way that I'm consuming them. Not to mention, whenever you like steaks well done, they probably wouldn't be happy about that either.
Whoa. Did you just admit to the internet that you prefer well done steaks?
I'm a jerky connoisseur? What kind of question is that?
Oh, we're gonna get demonetized because of that. That's not right.
Well, I won, so everybody.
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't know why you shot yourself in the foot.
The only juice that I need comes from the saliva in my mouth as it soaks into the meat and rehydrates it. Okay, I dehydrate to rehydrate, my bro. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to calm down and step off my well done steak.
Oh wow! All right.
Again, it was great. Good night, folks.
Yeah, so I don't know if you realize who's on the tribunal, but Tiffany's there, and I don't think she's gonna deal with that. But while it's another thing that we will ask Tiffany when we get to that point. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our final round. Our final round is all about our closing arguments. Again, we're gonna go ahead and get started with Dick Dastardly himself. Dick, you've had a reasonably good showing compared to previous times that we've had you on. Hey, I found out why your thing wasn't working, but I don't know. All right.
You're good.
All right. Here we go. I'm back, maybe.
Yep.
All right. So I don't know why you would provoke the tribunal like that, but we're going to give you a minute to try to change their minds. And we're going to go ahead and start that 1 minute right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not here to talk about my poor steak eating habits, okay? We're here to talk about Germany and Doner Kebabs. And, in this day and age, you should really think about feeding the children. And the children want kebabs. And my opponent would have you say, well, guess what, child? You don't make enough money. You can't have kebabs. He doesn't want you to have kebabs. He wants you to sit on the corner and say, please, sir. I don't do a German accent, but please, sir, I want some more. With no kebabs in hand, except for the rich aristocrat walking down the street, spitting at the child's feet while it eats a kebab. And what I want is for there to be a meteor shower of kebabs on the poor.
All right, that is your time, sir. So did you just invoke Dickens? I'm pretty sure that was
Armageddon at the same time.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't Germany. I'm pretty sure that was England. I don't know.
I said I couldn't do a German accent. Okay, I said Döner Schnitzel earlier. That's about as good as you're gonna get. I can say Volkswagen. I don't know. I can't.
I learned how to say I love you to my girlfriend in German, and I shout at her. It's Ich liebe dich. So I'm like Ich liebe dich. Just randomly when I walk out and we go out in public and I see her across the thing, I'm like, Ich liebe dich. She doesn't like it. Anyway, we'll go ahead and bring up Deadpool.
She looks across the room and says, Mein Kampf. Okay.
All right. So Deadpool, we've got 1 minute on your clock for your rebuttal. I'm sorry, for your final arguments. Are you ready for your final argument, sir?
I am.
All right. Now, I don't want you to softball this. I don't want you to phone it in. I know that Dick admitted to liking well done steaks on the internet, and that pretty much just killed him in this. But I still would prefer if you tried and put in just a little touch of an effort. All right.
Absolutely.
All right, buddy. All right. So we got your timer started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so let me tell you something, guys. When you're looking out there, you think America, right? America's great, land of the meats, all the meats, right? And every country in the world should go ahead and do that. This is not a political statement. We don't want to go ahead and say that all this is political, because it's not. Okay, we care about the people here in America. We care about the Germans, our brethren, everyone that's out there. We want everyone to have good quality meats, and we always will, because God bless America, God bless Germany, and it's not about politicizing anything. Okay, it's about the meats. The meats need to stay great quality. The meats needs to stay the best, just like the great American meats over here that we could probably import at a large cost to Germany. So think about that. When you think about the lederhosen, the children, the Oktoberfest, right? The children won't be poor. They'll be rich at heart with wonderful, glorious red meat, cooked the way it needed to be, medium rare, with juices running all down the bibs of all these children of the world. And yeah.
Stop. Time's
Go
up.
home.
Oh, I can't wait to make that into a short. That's beautiful, sir.
We have the meats.
All right. So oh, I feel so bad, Dick. I don't even remember your argument. I was blown away.
Yeah.
I want to call foul for using props, okay?
Oh,
Hey,
you could have
I'm gonna
held
have
up
to-
your kid at some point and try to got sympathy points that
Hey,
way. Don't say that.
that serious black shirt, you brought it, bro. You brought your A game. You were like over there, like what's his name? Bill Gates. No, dang it. The guy who invented
Apple
Apple.
guy. Yeah. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs.
I want to say Tim Cook, but I know that's not
I need
the guy.
I need a turtleneck.
Yeah, man, you brought your A game today, bro.
All right. So to kind of recap before we jump over to our tribunal, and this is their warning that if they are muted because they're cooking, that they should unmute themselves because I'm about to talk to them. Before we jump over to the tribunal, we will go ahead and just do a quick recap. At the end of the day, this comes down to whether quality over availability. And while I appreciate that argument, I definitely see both sides. I want quality stuff. You want quality stuff. We all want quality stuff. We also want it affordable. So I get where both of you are coming from. It's been a fantastic time having you on. This has been a real hoot. I've really, really enjoyed this. So thank you both for your time and making the time to be here. Again, I know you're both busy people. Deadpool, you've got multiple businesses you're running and awards you're winning and weddings to fly drones over. Dick Dastardly, you've got a sick wife at home that's got another child coming. You've got a child running around talking about big trucks and looking at the sky like, look at the airplane, daddy. And I get it. I don't have any children, but I used to. Well, we know the kind of women that I like in my life, and I've been there. I've done that. So thank you so very much. Before we go over to the tribunal, do y'all have anything to say? Anything you'd like to plug? Anything you'd like to shout out? Dick, I do still have your lower third saying. I forget. I'm pulling it up. At Lactic Daddy 4000. So. We'll go ahead and start with Dick. Dick, do you have anything that you'd like to plug? Anything you'd like to say?
So it's actually at Doner Daddy 69.
Oh, my apologies. Let me go ahead and update that while you talk.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I would like to thank my opponent and thank the tribunal for your time and appreciate your vote today. I'm glad that I could be here and win this. I think
you're going to win this, buddy.
Hey, look, I'm just trying to talk myself up. You know, Icarus flying too high, too close to the sun.
All right, Deadpool, you got anything to say? Anything to plug? Anything you want to say hi about?
Well,
I can't talk about German history.
Well,
Sorry.
no. I'd like to thank everybody for having me on as well. Thank you so much. And remember that every vote counts for America, not just for me. And I won't pander to any one of you, which all of you look great this evening. But either way, remember you can check us out at Chimichanga Talk.
We don't pander to sponsors, okay?
Yeah, you don't pander.
That's not what we do here.
No, we don't. But I was drinking that Walmart water, staying hydrated, and remembering that it is really important to stay hydrated, especially in the summer. And Chimichanga Talk on Instagram. Go ahead and follow us there. Plus, Beach Bum Photography. If you guys need any shoots, we'll take a shot at you any day.
I forgot how to spell photo.
You can just put Beach Bum Photo. It's the same thing.
Photography something.
No, you can
All
just
right.
put at Beach Bum Photo. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So I appreciate it. Thank you so very much, gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and jump over to the tribunal. We're going to go ahead and start with Aaron. Aaron, put your head a little bit further in the front. There we go. Aaron, what did you think? Who do you think had the better argument? Who do you think you're going to give it to?
Definitely going to be Deadpool Speaks. I think I prefer quality over
Cost.
Definitely, in my opinion.
Where do you stand on steaks? Because I know you just had a really good steak for the first time. What do you feel about well done steaks?
Well done socks.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump over to Hot Rod. He's just a dad. Rod, who are you gonna give it to?
Man, it was a really tight race. Like at first, I had Dick Dastardly, and then Deadpool Spooks had really good points, and then Dick lost me when he said "well done steaks," but then Dick Dastardly invoked America, and that drove me insane.
You mean Deadpool Speaks invoked America?
Yeah. Deadpool Speaks invoked America, and the whole problem with that invoking America when this is supposed to be about Germany is that you said America likes quality bullshit. You even brought up McDonald's, McDonald's is raising prices while driving the quality of the meat down.
Right.
Like,
so at the end of the day, Rod, at the end of the day, who are we going to give it to?
Deadpool. Dick Dastardly.
Dick Dastardly. All right, so let's go ahead and go lastly, but certainly not leastly, to our fact checker. Tiffy, did you get a chance to figure out if kebabs were available during the time of the Donner Party?
Technically, they were almost invented 100 years before the Donner Party happened.
Oh,
so yes,
all right.
they could have had a Turkish kebab.
All right, well, there you go. So that being said, and I almost know the answer here because I know how you feel about meat. Who are we going to give
And
this
we
one
have
to?
the meat. So I obviously am going with Deadpool Speaks.
Oh, so a 2-1 split. By a 2-1 split, we are going with Deadpool Speaks as our winner. Congratulations, Deadpool, for winning the first episode of the Sock Puppet Tribunal. You will get a nice little printout of something that says good oral skills that I also print out for my girlfriend every once in a while. But more importantly, what do you think? Who do you think won? Who do you think had the better argument? What would you have argued? What do you think about the subsidization? I can't even say that word, of kebabs. And what would you subsidize here in America? I think I pay way too much for Chipotle. Well, that's just me. Maybe it's something we'll talk about next time, and you'll only find out by joining us here on the Sock Puppet Tribunal.